the main detectives that's overseeing the Diddy case have found that they really could give him 25, 50 to life for his involvement in the Tupac, TD Jakes, Biggie Smalls, and Kim Porter. If you guys are rocking with them and you want to get justice for all of the people that's mentioned, comment 222, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because now it's basically like crunch time for this whole entire thing. The investigative team has been moving forward with everything. The indictments are coming through. They're saying that PDiddy is getting ready to ultimately have to face off with the feds in this very moment. Now people are looking at it like, once the TD Jakes news story came out, this is when they decided to draw the line, and they said that enough is enough with this. They have to put an end to all of this before it gets even worse. They realized that after all the victims have stepped forward, the last thing that they got to do is basically listen to them and go and actually apprehend Diddy. They're looking at it like from a perspective to where they seen everything that happened. Now Keefe D, he's trying to actually backtrack a lot of the things, the stuff that Keefe D was saying. He's trying to actually get out of it because he broke the proffer agreement. He told on Diddy, and they told him that this was actually him confessing. And now that they got him locked up, he's trying to say no, it wasn't him, because they want to make him take the stand. They know that he has to say the same story. He can't go on Vlad and say the same story he told in the proffer agreement, and then when they try to go and get him for bringing up the actual extra details that he left out in the proffer agreement, he tried to say no, it was all cap, he made it up or whatever. But they said no, that will break the proffer agreement because it's the same story, we heard it, and you left out these exact details about the $1 million check, and this is why they're coming after him in the end run. 50 Cent already told everybody. He sat down and spoke with all the victims and literally predicted that this whole thing was going to be coming to an end for Diddy. They seen everybody that's around Bad Boys who basically said that they knew something was going on, and the fact that Diddy was hiding a lot more from the feds. This is why they were upset that the victims keep stepping forward, and Diddy was already supposed to confess and tell them about everything that he did. He left out the fact that it was the TD Jake situation, the Columbus Short situation, the people from Making the Band that actually are coming out now and saying that not only did he do this to them, but he also like literally shorted them. He messed up the whole play on the money situation and basically made it to where now they're trying to go after him just like Cassie. If y'all rocking with Cassie and Tupac and Biggie Smalls, comment 222, like the video and subscribe, because now the families of all of them are finally about to get their justice. This is what everybody's been waiting for. The fact that everybody that has something that Diddy did to them, they came together and basically made it a point to where they was going to battle him. It was going to be Diddy versus all of them. It's not going to be no one-on-ones and anything like that. They wanted to actually basically hold him accountable for everything that he's done, and this is what they're saying, that he deserves whatever he gets at this, because he knew what he was doing all along. He had led a lot of people astray, he led them down the wrong path and everything like that, and it's no coincidence that we're seeing all of this happen right now, because this is really the karma from the Tupac and Kim Porter and Biggie situation. Like, I want to send my condolences to all of them. They're looking down right now, making sure that Diddy gets what he deserves, because this is exactly what's happening. When they said they wanted to get justice for everybody, they really meant it, and now the feds are cracking down on it. The whole entire investigative team, the detectives, they've been doing a lot of their work, and they found out the new information that could lead Diddy to have to actually come into the court and start the trial early. They already flipped Keefe D, and whatever Diddy tried to do last minute to give Keefe D the $1 million now so that he don't tell, it's not gonna work, because he already broke the proffer agreement. He told Vlad everything that happened. He's already like gave away the details and the other things that were left out that actually put a mark on Diddy's back, like the fact that he mentioned his name in the $1 million check and said that he gave it to Von Zip, and that they were getting calls saying the hit was coming from P. Diddy anyways. He gave him up already, and so now he can't backtrack if they try to offer him the $1 million again, he can't take it because they know that that's going to come from Diddy. Everything's already been done, and what happened in the dark is finally coming to light. This whole situation with everyone from the 90s, the 2000s, they've been watching closely. Even Gene Deal has been saying that it was going to be sometime around 2024 when they finally all actually come together and drop the whole entire RICO on Diddy. And people been watching for a while. Cassie knows that she basically set off the whole entire record to where once Keefe D mentioned Diddy and brought him in back into the Tupac thing, that's when 50 Cent was basically like trolling. He was looking it up. He seen the details saying that Diddy might have been involved, and that the dudes who got locked up for it, Keefe D, he's actually going to throw Diddy under the bus because that was his boss man. The hit came from that side over there. And so this is what he means. He was saying that Diddy's time is over. He was already knowing that Diddy was going to have to, like, you know, he was going to have to get rid of everything. And then right in time, boom, Cassie hit him with the 30 million. This is how she knew that they were already coming for Diddy, for the Tupac and for the Biggie. That's why Cassie rushed with her whole team so quickly to get everything together, because they were about to write the book, but they knew they didn't have that much time because they were going to come and get PDiddy for the Biggie and the Tupac and the Kim Porter. They had all the people lined up ready to go to basically testify against Diddy because he already got caught up with the Keefe D situation and the Tupac situation. And so now 50 Cent and Mike Tyson, they coming together to basically clean up the whole rest of the mess and figure out what's going to happen next moving forward, because they know that New York, they know the real source. The sources have the actual details of what everybody knows, that's what's going on in this whole thing. They know what they about to get Diddy on. The whole RICO is coming, the indictments and all of that, it's about to go down, because they're not just going to sit back and have all of these people talking about him and coming forward saying, yup, it happened to them. And then you got the three main cases with the Tupac, Biggie, and the Kim Porter, that's also on it. They have so much dirt and evidence and documents and details, stories, testimonies, and from witnesses, from surveillance footage. They got so much on Diddy, it's going to be impossible for him to actually get out of this situation without having to take a plea deal or some sort of thing. That now they're working closely with Keefe D and Diddy to kind of figure out what is the plea deal options. They want Keefe D to take the stand and point at Diddy and say he's the one that did it. That way the whole jury, the grand jury, and the judge will see that. And then once he does that, then that's when they're gonna offer him a deal. Then they're gonna have to sit P. Diddy down and basically talk to him and see what other details is he gonna offer up. Was he working with somebody? They already got Diddy's executives from Bad Boys in like the allegations in the suits from all the other people. And so they're going to sit Diddy down and ask him about all the people that he was working close with. Did anybody split the bread with him to go in on it to get Tupac hit or get Biggie hit? Do they think it involves Jay-Z? Do they think it involves the other people that Diddy's had the close ties with? They basically looking at his whole entire inner circle, and they trying to figure out who was the people behind the scenes that was trying to help Diddy do all of this stuff, who put this to his ear and everything. That's how they're going to try to get Diddy to get to some agreement so that he don't have to do the 50 years, because he knows that he's not going to be able to survive the 25, 50, especially the way he is and everything like that. A lot of people, they have a lot of built up frustration and they can't wait to see Diddy and everything like that. And so that's how you know he's not going to want to go and do that time, because he already did the whole entire rap sheet, right? And now he's trying to figure out who he could tell on to basically lower his time. This is what normally happens with a lot of situations like this, because he's not alone. Somebody had to do this with him, just like how Keefe D and them weren't alone, and that they got the orders from Diddy. Diddy had to talk to somebody else. Somebody that was with him probably wanted Pac and Biggie out the way too, just like how he did. And so at the end of the day, y'all gotta realize, man, this whole entire thing, it was a whole lot of like foolery, fake stuff going around. People were being fake friends, and Diddy was trying to get everybody to like him. And the parties, he was inviting everyone. Anybody who went to one of those knows exactly what's going on. And this is the reason why the jealousy, the envy. Tupac never had to do none of that stuff. Biggie never had to do none of that. They weren't with it. And so this is what made P Diddy mad and have something against them, basically, to the point to where he was like, okay, if they not gonna listen to me or whatever, or go with his movement or go to his parties, then he knows that if Biggie and Pac get together and they squash their whole beef and they put their money together, they're gonna be able to take over Diddy and that whole entire empire with Bad Boys, and they're gonna be able to join the East Coast with the West Coast the way it's supposed to be, and everybody was supposed to get along. They was gonna be the billionaires. But that all changed when P Diddy decided that he wanted to like up the whole beef to a whole nother level, and basically he started planning the hits and everything. This is what's been out right now. This is what's being said out there, and everybody knows what's really going on behind the closed doors, that he got overheard by Gene Deal, and now he's about to go and take the stand. This whole thing, man, is like everybody versus Diddy, and they got the witnesses ready to go. This is going to be interesting how it all turns out, because they're saying that the justice will finally come for Tupac, Biggie, and Kim Porter, Heavy D, Craig Mack, and so on and so forth. So if you guys support all of them, and let me know what you think about Diddy. Let me know what you think is going to happen with this. Does he deserve what he's getting? Do you think it's the fair thing for what he did? Is it a fair comeback to this? And put the 222s if you support Tupac, and I'm going to catch y'all later.